Hi everyone! I am super excited to be going live today with B Pageant Corner so they can learn more about my journey to Miss Supranational. I'm really excited and I can't wait to really get chatting with them, honestly, because we have been planning this for over a month. So hopefully everything works out. There were some technical difficulties, so let's try to see if I can get them to join. So hopefully now that I invited them, it will work. Let's see.
Oh, hi. I don't know what really happened. Oh, now it's okay. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't know what.
Let me see.
So, how are you? Same, I'm doing also great. Sorry?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I don't
Okay,
know
now,
what's happening. You can hear me now?
yeah, now it's okay. Perfect, okay.
Okay. I think it might be the fan.
Oh,
Okay, I can hear you a lot better now.
okay.
Okay, okay. All
I
right.
think
I'm
my
sorry.
fan.
It's okay. It's all right. How are you?
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And what about you? I mean, how's going your days as Mr. Pro National Nigeria?
Yes, I'm doing well, and my reign has been fantastic so far. I'm really excited for the Miss Supranational experience next month. I can't believe it's already next month, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
same.
But yeah, I'm back in Nigeria now, so I'm really excited, and I just can't wait for the whole experience. Honestly, I'm really excited.
Oh, of course, we also can. Sorry,
Okay.
we also can't wait.
Thank you. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one this year for sure.
hope to become. I mean, hope to become the next Miss Supranational. I'm just actually searching my
Oh,
questions.
you're good. Don't worry. Take your time. Invite people who
So,
are live here.
okay, it's getting, okay, okay. So, my first question to you is, what inspired you to come compete in Miss Universe Nigeria pageants? I think,
Yeah, so I originally
yeah,
competed at Miss Universe Nigeria and I got the title of first runner up, which is how I got Miss Supranational Nigeria. And honestly, my love of pageantry, it started when I was a young child, when I was a teenager. I started pageants when I was 13. So I've been doing pageants for a while. And the Miss Universe organization has been a pageant system that I've always loved and I've always admired all their queens. So I competed at Miss Massachusetts USA in the US and I
yeah,
placed top 15 for 2 years. And I just felt like, I really wanted that title. So I wanted to come to Nigeria to just give it a shot. I had never competed in Nigeria before. So it was really an amazing experience meeting queens from all over my home country and getting to connect with them and just relate on, our interest in pageantry. And so I'm super grateful for the fact that I won Miss Supra. And had I known the president that Miss Supranational has, I feel like I would have been like, I was already excited, but I would have been like a million times more excited because, it was a pageant I was familiar with because of Layla and Antonia, but I wasn't really too
yeah.
familiar with the organization as much as I was with Miss Universe. So now knowing and doing my research and just gaining more information, I'm just like, I have goosebumps every time I think about it. It's so exciting. So yeah, I can't wait. And yeah, that's kind of what started my love for pageantry.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, so how do you, okay, I just want to ask another question.
Yeah.
So okay, why Miss Supranational? Okay, this is out of content actually, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Can you share a personal experience or moment that has shaped you who you are today?
A personal experience. Yes. So I've had so many trials and tribulations in my life, as we all do, right? But I feel like one that really is influential in my life is, growing up, I didn't really grow up in like a high or a wealthy community. I grew up in the inner city of Boston. And so I was surrounded by a lot of low income communities. And so that I feel like is the driving force of why I'm just so powerful and why I'm so determined to get to where I am today. It's just my experience living in a low income environment. And I know, obviously, being Nigerian, that's where my original roots are from. I know a lot of Nigerians also struggle with that. And I'm privileged. I'm privileged to be a nurse and make a good income for myself, so I can take care of myself. But I never had that growing up, and so that's kind of what has shaped me into who I am today. Is just my past experiences and the things that I've gone through. I've struggled a lot in my life, and so I kind of use that as a way to promote to others, like, it's okay, like, you don't have to get it all right the first time. Your current circumstances do not have to be the end all be all to your life. You can always overcome, you can always keep going. So that is kind of what shaped me into the woman that I am today.
Amazing and inspiring.
Thank you.
Okay. What initiative or projects are you passionate about and how do you hope to promote them during your reign? I mean, as if you win Miss Supranational.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a lot of platforms that I'm really passionate about, but my main two are the ones that I created. The first is called Angels Touch World, where I raise funds and awareness for low income children and orphans here in Nigeria. Children, I feel like, are our future. They're the ones that we really should invest in the most. So making sure that we provide them a fulfilled life with daily living essentials, sanitary and items, different things that are going to help them to be the best versions of themselves. So that's something that I'm really passionate about, is just investing in the well-being of children. And then also, I like to focus on not only children, but everyone. So I do that through my own platform. It's called ABC Health, and it stands for All Bases Covered Health. And we focus on 5 key components of health: mental, emotional, physical, nutritional, and social. And I created 4 different workbooks that can really cater to anyone, starting from ages 5 all the way up to adulthood. And they're online free resources for people to just learn about these different aspects of health, because I feel like a lot of times we don't really talk about them. Sometimes I know in Nigeria and other countries, it can be kind of taboo to talk about different things like sexual health and things like that. So just providing a safe space for people to learn about these topics, and for free at that, because there's already so many costly resources. So it's just a free resource for people to learn more about living a healthy lifestyle.
Amazing and impressive.
Thank
So,
you.
okay. Uh, I started my pageant journey back in 2019. So there is a candidate that actually close to my heart that was Miss World Nigeria that year, and she was top 5. And also she was in your year. I mean, she was also competing for Miss Universe Nigeria. So how do you feel to be with Miss World Nigeria?
Oh my gosh. So Yankachi Douglas, I love her.
Yeah.
She was definitely I'm also very tall. She's super tall as well. So just seeing her, I was already like, oh my gosh, I already admired her from afar. And she's someone that was just very sweet and caring and assisted a lot of the girls, especially those ones that are new to pageantry too. So, we kind of related on that, especially with our experience in pageantry. We're both tall models. So she's definitely someone that I also looked up to prior to competing at Miss Universe Nigeria. So it was really awesome to be able to compete with her. And honestly, any girl that has done a huge pageant before, I'm always like honored to be alongside them, because it just means that I'm as qualified as they are. So it was honestly amazing.
That's be inspired from anyone that actually
Yeah, absolutely.
created an impact. Okay, there's a comment. What one significant obstacle Nigerian women are facing nowadays, and what do about what would do about it and why?
Yeah, I think definitely one obstacle is a lack of leadership responsibilities. We don't really have a lot of women in within the government and holding those leadership positions. And I feel like it's important that as women that we are able to speak our voices and we're able to hold those positions of power, because we matter just as much as the men. We birthed the nation. I always say women, we're given that superpower to literally birth the world. So why shouldn't we be given the power to just speak our voices? And honestly, I have really been thinking about ways to improve the lives of Nigerians, because, like I said, I'm very privileged, and I understand that I am in a higher position and I have a lot more resources than the average Nigerian. So I'm honestly constantly brainstorming on ways of how we can really improve the lives of Nigerians, because one thing I know about Nigerians is that we are so resilient, we're so determined, we're so intelligent, and if you go to any corner of
Yeah,
the world, you will find a Nigerian succeeding there. So there's no reason why our country isn't one of the top African nations in terms of economic infrastructure and different things like that. So honestly, I'm still trying to brainstorm on ways that we can improve the lives of not only women, but of all of the citizens here in Nigeria. But I feel like women definitely need to have more leadership positions in Nigeria for sure.
amazing. I
Mm-hmm.
think you got the answer.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh, so you were saying that you competed in pageant since your 13 years age.
Yes.
13. Okay. Uh, so what was that pageant and the experience and everything?
So what was the pageant that I competed in? So the
Yeah.
first pageant I ever competed in, it was called National American Miss, or NAM for short. It's a really amazing pageant, and I feel like I wish they had NAM for all different countries, because it really instilled in me amazing values that are just lifelong values, like public speaking, my ability to be confident in no matter what room that I walk into. And I really feel like it's really essential for young girls to get that experience at a young age. I started when I was 13, but there were girls that were 5, 6, like able to speak in front of crowds, give speeches. And I always thought that was amazing to see, because it's not just about the glitz and the glam. It's not like toddlers and tiaras or anything. It's really about who you are as a person and what you have to say, what voice you want to use in order to speak your truth. So National American Miss, it really changed my life. And I will always be grateful for that pageant system, because they truly transformed me from a very shy and timid young lady to the confident young lady that I am today. And I'm so grateful for having that experience at the age of 13. So yeah.
Yeah. Amazing game. Okay. Okay. How do you plan to promote cultural diversity and inclusivity at Miss Supranational?
Yes, I think the best way to go about this is to actually have conversations with people, because the reason why people aren't familiar with different cultures and different backgrounds is because of their lack of education. So if we educate people by actually having these conversations, I think it will definitely be able to promote itself on its own. I'm Nigerian, but I'm so eager and excited to learn about not only other countries, but even other African countries that I'm not familiar with, different European and South American countries. So having these conversations is essential to our growth and to our our the improvement of our mindsets. So no matter what the country is, even if it's a language barrier, I want to be able to try, figure out a word that I can say to people so that they can understand me, so they can feel my heart, just little things that will bring us closer together, because we're in such a divided world right now. And so finding the little things that we can do to connect is what I really want to promote and push to the forefront.
That's it. Okay, so how do you feel when you crowned as Miss Supranational Nigeria? I mean, when you both, I guess you both guys are holding your hands and you announced as first runner-up or other delegates as Miss Universe Nigeria or whatever. So how do you feel that moment?
Yeah, it was surreal. Like I said, so how they did it was they did the second runner up, and then there was still five of us left. So they did second runner up, first runner up, and then Miss Universe Nigeria. So they
Yeah.
called the second runner up, and then there was still four of us. So we didn't know who was gonna get called.
Mm.
And when they called me, I was like, oh my God, like being able to compete at an international competition is like the peak of your pageant career. So I've done local little cities, I've done state, I've done national, but this is international, which is the big leagues. So
Yeah.
it's a huge opportunity, and I'm just grateful. And I feel like the Miss Supranational organization, it really relates with who I am as a person. I feel like they are really looking for a queen that's humble, who wants to connect with people, who's an aspirational and inspirational leader. And I feel like that really resonates with who I am as a person. I get to be, I work every day as a registered nurse. So I never know who's going to walk through the door. So I have to be able to relate and connect with anybody. And so as Miss Supranational, I'll really take those skills. I feel like it's a transferable skill that I can take from nursing and really just bring over to Miss Supranational. And I feel like I would be really successful at it. So fingers crossed, because I really, really would
Yeah.
be honored to, wear the crown and bring the crown back to Nigeria. We haven't had an international
Mm.
crown. We've been so close. We've been like first runner up, second runner up, all in the top five, but we haven't had that international crown in like over 20 years. So we need it. And I feel like I'm definitely the queen to bring it home.
Hopefully you will become.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How do you plan to use your platform if you were to win this title, the main title?
Yes. So definitely allowing people to hear my voice, understand who I am. I feel like sometimes on social media we just post pictures, we post IG reels, but people don't really know us. So really engaging with the fans, the followers, all the people that support me by doing Instagram lives and connecting with them. I already do that through my ABC Health platform. So people can get to know me more and hear my voice, know how I sound, so they can truly know me. That's really what I want. I want people to feel like they know me. I want people to feel comfortable with me and know that they can always reach out to me. I'm always constantly checking my messages, because you never know who just needs to talk to the queen, or just wants to hear from me. And I have no issue doing that, of course, if it's appropriate. So I have no issue responding to messages and making sure people know that I'm a queen that's accessible, someone that they have access to. I'm not just going to be like on Instagram and showing you guys the glam, because that's fun too, but it's really about the people. Who am I serving? A queen is supposed to serve people. She's not just supposed to sit on the throne and be all pretty. So making sure that I connect and I actually truly serve people. So just engaging and allowing people to know that they have access to me.
That's amazing, and I never expected to answer. I mean, you are such a friendly personality, and that would help you to become the next Miss Supranational. As far as I know, that Miss Supranational is looking for another authentic person who's actually more friendly to everyone, to your co-delegates from a different part of the globe. So I hope you should get an extra wing that Miss Supranational can crown you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what one role would you want to change or would you want to add to the current Miss Supranational?
What
What
one
one
role?
role would you
Ooh,
want to change or add?
One rule I would like to change. I feel like something I really want is for pageantry to be more accessible, inclusive to all women. Growing up, like I said, I was privileged because I had like a lot of family support to help sponsor me. But pageantry is so expensive. People sometimes don't realize that everything costs. So I want it to be more
Yeah,
accessible in terms of cost, whether that be the entry fee into the national pageant or just different ways that it can be more accessible. It doesn't have to be totally free, obviously, because it doesn't need to be, but
yeah,
more accessible in terms of the cost that it takes to compete in a pageant. Because if it was more costly and more cost effective, I feel like more women that have so many dreams and aspirations will be able to compete in the system and then eventually work their way up to the international stage so that they can promote themselves, because this is a huge
yeah.
platform from us. Even if we don't win, we're able to promote ourselves on an international stage and really show people what we have to offer. So that's what I would love to see for upcoming editions of Miss Supranational experiences, maybe making it more costly in different ways.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, there is one question. What's one of the biggest obstacles you have faced in your pageant journey, and how did you overcome it?
Yes, this is a lovely question. And because we're becoming more familiar with the mental health aspect within pageantry, I feel like it's important to say this. But I'll obviously, we've all faced bullying and stuff, but I feel like the body shaming, it is so
Yeah.
brutal. And I feel like I'm pretty thin. I'm not even somebody that would be considered plus size or anything. And I still have felt body shamed. I feel I still have felt like I'm not skinny enough. And that's so sad because it doesn't even matter what your size is. It's about who you are on the inside. And as long as you're living a healthy lifestyle, you can still be a bigger person and still be healthy. Just because you're thin doesn't mean you're healthy. So I feel like it's
Yeah.
important for people to focus on the health aspect versus the size, because the size isn't what determines your health. So I feel like the body shaming is something that I have definitely faced. And the way I've overcome it is really just by relying on my own personal support system and allowing them to encourage me and feed me with positive thoughts. And also the block button. I love the block button because if people consistently try to pick at me and I give them a chance, I give them a second chance. If they keep doing it, then it's like, okay, now third time and you're out. So making sure I protect my own mental health, and it's also about like who you follow on social media too, making sure the people that you follow are resonating with you, because that's what will pop up on your timeline. So I make sure I have good affirmations, positive energy, and different blogs and posts that really make me feel good. So that's how I really overcome those issues.
Amazing. I mean, that would be one of the biggest obstacle that any person can face in their life, right? So, what was you thinking? I mean, recently, Miss USA Noelia were resigned from her title. So, what do you think about it?
Yeah, honestly, I just saw it earlier today, and I feel incredibly sad for Noelia. She's someone that I've watched when she competed at Florida Teen USA, Alabama USA, and then when she eventually won Utah. And I feel incredibly sad for her. I feel like she worked so hard to win the state and national title. And
Yeah,
it's sad to see that, an organization that everyone loves is not really meeting the standards, I guess. And so I would just say I'm glad that she put herself first and that she trusted her gut to say, you know what, this isn't right for me and I have to walk away, because I have been there before. I have definitely felt like this is too much. I don't know if I can handle this. But, sometimes you do have to just walk away. You do. And so I'm proud of her for sticking to her gut and following through with what she thought was right for her. So I just hope that everything just turns out in a more positive note, because our title holders and all title holders are the ones that we should really put our energy into, and we should focus on and making sure that their mental health is at the top tier. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. I mean, even everyone was shocked.
completely
Yeah, we just
alone.
want to digest.
Yeah, and
We just want to digest.
mhm, exactly.
So I'm out of my questions. I mean, actually, my questions are completed, so I want to ask from my
Oh, that's
mind. That's why I'm taking like.
I think there's some questions in the question box too.
Okay. Yeah, the questions she was answered
Oh,
already.
yeah, I already asked
Nija.
that. Obstacles and how did I overcome it?
Yeah, she was able to answer that question. You guys can ask
Yeah, if
questions.
you guys want to ask questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, I'm super excited for Miss Supranational. I honestly cannot wait. It's next month. I just am like, what the heck? Like I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I mean, even yesterday I was having an exam. I was told you before that that's why I want to change so many times. I mean,
It's okay.
so after finishing my the exam is called NEET, which is actually to enter one of the medical colleges in India. It's quite hard to get, as you know, there is 1.4 billion people and there is 27 lakh students are actually appearing for NEET and only 1 lakh seats are available. So
Oh, goodness.
that's why I just want to take a break, and as well as I just want to take everything should be balanced, but still study is our priority for me. And I'm just 18 years old, and that's why I don't want to give up anything.
Yeah,
No
no.
matter, yeah, nor need my exam or nor the pageants. And I just canceled a lot of interviews, and I'm so sorry for those girls.
I know.
And
Yeah.
yeah, everything for a
You
reason.
always have to put yourself first. Like it's sad that you have to cancel the interviews, obviously, but the interviews aren't going anywhere. Those girls would still love to talk to you. You know, once you have the time. That's why I know we have been trying to do this for the past month. So I understand it's all about putting yourself first and making sure that you put your priorities first. That's all that matters. So I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
be fine and don't stress it too much. I have a My sister is preparing for med school right now, and I just told her too, like, don't stress, don't be scared. You know, even if you're scared, do it scared. You know, do it scared because know that God is not gonna leave you alone. You know, so just know that you can just keep going, even if it's scary to you. You still should do it scared because you
Yeah.
never know what the outcome will be. So you got this.
Yeah. I did my best, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see what's
Oh,
the result.
yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry. Because trust me, when I graduated nursing school, we have to take what we call the NCLEX, and that's how you become an actual registered nurse. And the first time that I took it, I did not pass. I failed it. And I was like,
Oh my
oh
God.
my God, am I not smart enough? Am I not ready to be a nurse? Did I choose the wrong career? All these questions of doubt in my head. And it was really just, I had to just change my mindset, shift my perspective. You know what? Let me find a different study strategy. Let me find a different resource that will help me. And once I figured that out, I passed. And it was like, oh, what was I scared about? You know, so we have these challenges sometimes in life that will make us feel like, oh my gosh, am I not doing the right thing? But it's okay. You just have to pick yourself back up and keep going. So that's what I love to preach.
Yeah. So, okay. There is 1 month for your journey officially will start. There is 1 more month. So, how's going your preparations as far?
Yeah, my preparations have been really good, especially now that I'm back in Nigeria. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and I know that the opportunities are gonna really just be flowing in. So obviously, my catwalk, my interview preparation, my team has been really supportive. Shout out to them. They're probably watching. So they've been very supportive and just keeping me on my toes. And even when I get stressed and overwhelmed, and I feel like, oh my God, all this stuff is happening, they kind of just remind me to just change my perspective and to fix my mindset. It's really about what's up here, your mindset, the way that you see things. So
Yeah.
that's something that I'm really grateful for my team, and they've really prepared me to have the mental capacity because once we get to Poland and all the beautiful girls are there, all the nerves start kicking in, it's easy to like get overwhelmed. But if your mental is intact, then you'll be good. And that's really what I want to focus on is the mental aspect, is staying calm, staying focused, having fun, living in the moment, not being so hyper
Yeah.
focused on the crown, but just living in the moment, enjoying the experience. I've never even thought about going to Poland before, and now this huge opportunity just falls on my lap. So it's really about living in the moment for me and making sure that my mental preparation is at its peak.
Yeah, I mean that what actually Miss Supranational is saying, that you should need to live this Supra experience, then you can be the next Miss Supranational. Not only you did best in your preliminaries or in your interviews, it's not matter. It's about how you live the moment, the days, the days you are spent it in the whole day. I mean that would be considered. I
Yeah,
think that would be the key to win Miss Supranational.
exactly. Staying grounded and just, living in the moment. It's 3 weeks that we're there, so it's going to be a long
Yeah.
time. So it's easy to just, oh my gosh, when is the finale going to be? But I'm there. I'm really there to eat good food, eat ice cream, meet the Polish people, maybe do some interviews. I would love to learn a little bit of Polish or something, just so I can, talk to people. I want to talk. I want to feel people. I want to like especially with COVID and everything, we were on lockdown for so long. So now it's like we get to talk to people, get to touch them, we get to feel their energy. So that's really what I want to do, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
That would be fun. I mean, knowing more than one language, I mean, amazing.
I
I mean,
know.
okay,
I'm so
I,
jealous of the girls that speak like 4 languages. I'm actually learning how to speak Edo, which is my traditional language where my family's from right now, because I never got to learn it growing up, which I'm like sad about. But I'm so jealous of the girls that speak like 3, 4, 5 languages. I'm like, I love that. It's so cool.
I just want to share one thing. Even I know four languages. Okay, you know,
Oh my
India
god.
is a multi-dimensional country. So I know more than, yeah, I exactly know four languages. Malayalam, one of my mother tongue, Hindi, of course, our official language, and Tamil, which is a co-state language, and Arabic.
Oh wow.
Ar- I
That's
mean,
amazing.
I start, since I started studying Arabic from the age of 5 or 6, I mean,
Wow.
we just supposed to study. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
why.
I know like a little